Good afternoon, students. Now, we are going to study the eighth session of Unit 5. I am Dr. Sudarshan P. Here we have for you to present the topic Methods of Performance Appraisal, that to modern methods. As it is a lengthy topic, as I said earlier, it has been divided into two sessions. That is, modern methods of performance appraisal. Here we are going to study the methods like assessment centers. We studied up to two, that is management by objectives and objectives. We studied in the last one, right? Here we are going to study about assessment centers. Point three. Fourth one, behaviorally anchored rating scale (BARS). Behaviorally anchored rating scales. Next, fifth one, 360-degree appraisal. 360-degree appraisal. So, point number three, assessment centers. ಅಂದಾಜಿಸುವ ಕೇಂದ್ರಗಳು ಅಥವಾ ಮೌಲ್ಯಮಾಪನ ಮಾಡುವ ಕೇಂದ್ರಗಳು. In this method, the competency of an employee is assessed. Competency of an employee is assessed. Here, competency means ability plus skills of an employee on the job is assessed to take higher responsibility in the future. So we are going to assess the employee's competency to get some insight about his capability to get higher or take higher responsibility in the future. Generally, employees are given an assignment asking to the job they are expected to perform if promoted. So we are asking them to do the job if they are promoted to perform. Then their performance on assigned jobs are observed and evaluated. So if we want to promote somebody to the higher level, we will give one assignment to them, or we will assign with some jobs to them, and on the basis of their performance on that job, and their promotion will be decided. And assigned jobs are observed and evaluated by them by a team of trained evaluators or expert team, limiting the rater personal bias, right? Removing the personal bias or limiting the personal bias. Exactly, the assigned job will be evaluated on the preset criteria by the expert team, so that we can get some idea about that person's competency or ability to take higher responsibility in the future. ಸೊ ಈ ತರ ಅಂದಾಜು ಕೇಂದ್ರಗಳನ್ನ ಅಥವಾ ಮೌಲ್ಯಮಾಪನ ಕೇಂದ್ರಗಳನ್ನ ಮಾಡಿ ಆ ಎಂಪ್ಲಾಯೀಸ್ ಈಗಿರುವ ಎಂಪ್ಲಾಯೀಸ್ಗೆ ಒಂದು ಅಸೈನ್ ಜಾಬ್ ಅನ್ನ ಅಸೈನ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಆ ಜಾಬ್ ಹೇಗೆ ಪರ್ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅನ್ನೋದರ ಆಧಾರದ ಮೇಲೆ ಪರ್ಸನಲ್ ಪ್ರೆಜುಡಿಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಬದಿಗಿಟ್ಟು ಜಾಬ್ ಆಧಾರಿತವಾಗಿ ನಿರ್ಧರಿಸಿ ಅವರು ಹೈಯರ್ ರೆಸ್ಪಾನ್ಸಿಬಿಲಿಟಿಯನ್ನ ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿಕ್ಕೆ ಸಮರ್ಥರಾಗಿದ್ದಾರಾ ಅನ್ನೋದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ವಿಶ್ಲೇಷಣೆನ ಅಥವಾ ಅಸೆಸ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅನ್ನ ಮಾಡಲಾಗತ್ತೆ. Therefore, assessment centers is also one of the method of performance evaluation or appraisal under modern method. Next, fourth one, behaviorally anchored rating scales (BARS). BARS are descriptions of various degree of behavior with regard to specific performance dimension. It combines the benefits of narratives, critical incidents, and quantified ratings by anchoring a quantified scale with the specific behavioral examples of good or poor performance. The proponents of BARS claim that it offers better and more equitable appraisals than do the other techniques of performance appraisal we discussed so far. So when compared to the techniques that we have discussed either in the modern method or in the traditional method, Behaviorally anchored rating scales is or bars is considered as the best or better performance appraisal. Now, steps in bars or behaviorally anchored rating scale. And that first step, generate critical incident or develop critical incidents. Step 2, develop performance dimensions. What are the performance dimensions? ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸೂಕ್ಷ್ಮ ಘಟನೆಗಳನ್ನ ಸೃಷ್ಟಿಸಿ ಈಡೇರಿಕೆಯ ಆಯಾಮಗಳನ್ನು ಡೆವಲಪ್ ಮಾಡಿ ರಿಅಲೋಕೇಟ್ ಇನ್ಸಿಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಆ ಇನ್ಸಿಡೆಂಟ್ ಅನ್ನ ರಿಅಲೋಕೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಮರು ಹಂಚಿಕೆ ಮಾಡಿ. ನಾಲ್ಕನೇದು ಸ್ಕೇಲ್ ದ ಇನ್ಸಿಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್, ಮೆಷರ್ ದ ಇನ್ಸಿಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್. ಅಂಡ್ ಫಿಫ್ತ್ ಒನ್, ಡೆವಲಪ್ ಫೈನಲ್ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರೂಮೆಂಟ್ ರಿಲೇಟಿಂಗ್ ಟು ದ appraisal. So these are all the 5 steps that we have to follow in bars. Actually, this behaviorally anchored rating scale is asked for short note in the examination under section A of the question paper. Steps in bars, behaviorally anchored rating scale. Under at step 1, generate critical incident. Persons who know the job being appraised, that is job holder or supervisors as the case may be, are asked to describe specific illustrations or critical incidents of effective and ineffective performance. They have to narrate it. They have to tell about the effective and ineffective performance. They have to describe specific illustrations. ಅಂದರೆ ಬಾರ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಕ್ರಿಟಿಕಲ್ ಇನ್ಸಿಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಸೃಷ್ಟಿ ಮಾಡುವಂಥದ್ದು. ಎರಡನೇದು, ಡೆವಲಪ್ ಪರ್ಫಾರ್ಮೆನ್ಸ್ ಡೈಮೆನ್ಷನ್. These people then cluster the incident into smaller set of performance dimensions, clustering them in a smaller set of performance dimensions, ಆಯಾಮಗಳಲ್ಲಿ, say 5 or 10. Each cluster dimension such as consciousness is thus defined. So then each cluster will be defined. Step 3, reallocate incidents. Another group of people who also know the job then reallocate the original critical incident. So that critical incidents will be originated, that is reallocated to the another team. Reallocate incidents. They are given clusters clusters definitions and the critical incidents, and are asked to reasoning each incident to the cluster they think it fits best. So they will ask you to reasoning all those or ask each incident to the cluster they think it first best. So reallocate incidents. First it will be originated, then it will be reallocated to the another team, and they will have reasoning to each incident to the cluster they think it fits best. Steps in bars, behaviorally anchored rating scale. Step 4, that is scale in the incidents, continuation of the previous one, right? Scale the incidents. The second group is generally asked to rate the behavior. Second group, 2 groups are there, origin and second group. The second group is generally asked to rate the behavior described in the incident as to how effectively or ineffectively it represents the performance on the appropriate dimension. 7 or 9 point scales are typical. That will be there, right? They are typical one. So on the basis of that, they are going to measure or scale the incidents. Step 5, develop final instrument. A subset of incidents, usually 6 or 7 per cluster or group, is used as behavioral anchors for each dimension. Behavioral anchors for our expression for each dimension, right? This is all about the bars or behaviorally anchored rating scale. So purely technical and result based one. right? Therefore, it is clubbed under modern method of performance evaluation. When we say performance evaluation, it may be 90-degree evaluation, that is, the work of subordinate is supervised and appraised by the superior person, that is 90-degree, okay, vertical. Next, 180-degree. Here, the superior subordinates subordinates, the superior subordinates, superior appraise the subordinates, and peer level employees also observe or appraise the subordinates. Now, other than that, 360-degree appraisal, one of the latest method of appraisal of employees, and normally it will be asked for short note in the final examination under section A. Explain about a 360-degree appraisal. 360-degree appraisal means from different angles. This method was first developed and normally used by General Electric Company of USA in the year 1992. For the first time they have developed this particular technique. Then it traveled to other countries or transformed to other countries, including India. Almost all the countries have adopted this 360-degree performance appraisal. 360 degree ಕಾರ್ಯನಿರ್ವಹಣಾ ಮೌಲ್ಯಮಾಪನ, right? In India, companies like Reliance Industries, Wipro Corporation, Infosys Technologies, Thermax, Thomas Cook, etc. have been used this method for appraising the performance of their employees. This feedback is based on this feedback based method is generally used for ascertaining training and development requirements or needs of the employees rather than for pay increases. So almost all the performance appraisals are focusing on pay, but this method is not only for just pay issue, but for designing and developing in the training and development policy of the organization. This method is known as a multi-rater feedback. Multi-rater or multi-dimensional feedback is the comprehensive, samagravada, comprehensive appraisal method, samagra maulyamapana vidana, where the feedback about the performance of the job comes from all the sources. 360 ನಾವು ವಿಶಾಲವಾಗಿರೋದು 360 ಡಿಗ್ರಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಒಬ್ಬ ಇಂಡಿವಿಜುವಲ್ ಎಂಪ್ಲಾಯಿಯ ಪರ್ಫಾರ್ಮೆನ್ಸ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಫೀಡ್ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ಅನ್ನ ಅವರ ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ನವ್ರು ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ, ರೈಟ್? ಸ್ಟೇಕ್ ಹೋಲ್ಡರ್ಸ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಕಂಪನಿ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಸುಪೀರಿಯರ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಹೀಗೆ ಬೇರೆ ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ನ ಸುಪೀರಿಯರ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಎ ಮಲ್ಟಿ ರೇಟರ್ feedback and gives correct information about the skill set of employee, lacking of skills, and the gap between existing skills and the expected skills that should be there in any employee in the organization. So 360-degree appraisal is considered as one of the important technique to evaluate the overall performance of an employee on the job with the both quantitative and qualitative criteria. Therefore, we can apply all these modern methods along with the traditional methods of performance appraisal. So, if you want qualitative one, you can go for a traditional method, and if you want both result as well as qualitative, then you can go for a modern method of performance appraisals. It always left to the organization to decide the method of performance appraisal depending upon the nature of the organization, nature of the information or performance information required by the organization, and the policy of the organization, etc. With this, I concluding this session. Thank you for being with me.